What's up? This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. I don't know why that's doing double. Oh, I hope that didn't screw up the other video. This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, all one word, the Vinyl Casket, where you subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much, much more. I said like, subscribe, hit the bell, get in the chat. This is going to be Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. This is my Casket comic catch-up series where every month I tell you guys all the books that I read on the DC and Marvel apps, because I do not buy a bulk of my main company stuff in single issues. Now I'm reading on the apps only. There are some exceptions. You'll see that in my monthly haul and review video. But this is the first year I decided to keep a document and make a series to push myself to read as much as I could on the apps, because I felt like I've had the Marvel app for a couple years now, and I feel like I wasn't using it. And the DC app, I was definitely using more, but still I would find myself slipping on using it and forcing myself to read off the apps, as well as my single issues of indies, and my regular just novels that I'm reading. So I was like, okay, I gotta find a way to keep myself on point, make a video out of it so I can make content out of it, and I can document it. So I have a note on my phone, so every time I would write it, I would put down the name of the series and the issue that I read, and it's all cataloged by month. It's all every issue I read that month for each of those, and then every month, sometimes I would condense months into one video if I didn't read a lot, but I basically did a review, multiple reviews this year in this series, Comic Catch Up, where I talked about what I read that month or multiple months, but I divided it. And it's the first year I've ever done this. It kept me up track, and honestly, I'm very impressed. So in this video, I'll tell you guys what I read in December, as well as what discuss the whole year as a whole. So we'll start off with the fact that I read 187 digital issues between the two apps this year, which I'm super excited about. I did read way more DC than I did Marvel, and I feel like that's just, I've discussed it multiple times, my feeling on the apps. I don't think Marvel's app even competes with DC's in terms of content and how fast you can get current issues. Marvel, you have to wait 3 months. DC, if you pay the annual big package, you pay like over $100, but you're getting them every month. You're getting them a month after release. Plus, there's so much stuff. I read lots of new stuff, lots of new series, as well as went back and read some stuff from the past. We'll just start off with I'll do my normal December right now. So in December, I read NYX, which is a X-Men series, issues 2, 3, 4, and 5. I had read issue 1 in November. Did I do a review about how I read NYX, the original series? No. So I guess that was last year. I guess it was 2024. I went back and read all the original NYX stuff, which was super cool. So them to bring that back was cool. It's very different. It's not the same thing at all. I highly suggest reading the original NYX, because that was like a very unique for the time thing, and brought us X-23 for the first time. Moving on, Immortal Legends Batman 3 and 4. That was a series that I originally was getting issue 1 in single issue, and then I switched. Secret 6 issue 3, Absolute Green Lanterns 8 and 9, Absolute Superman 10, 11, 12, Justice League Unlimited 9, 10, 11, New Gods 11, would have been New Gods 12, but there is an issue with the DC app sometimes where the pages don't fully load for like one issue, and then everything else is loading, and I don't know why. So that's annoying. I would have read 12. I would have caught up with that series. World's Finest 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Batgirl 9 and 10. Yesterday, January 1st, I read 11, and I'm probably gonna read 12 today. But awesome series. And I'm really, my goal right now is to catch up with everything DC so that I can read the KO stuff, because I really want to. So I got to catch up with every series that I'm already on, then try to catch up with all the stuff that needs to be, that I think needs to get let into, right? So there's gonna be a lot of DC stuff, but I fully caught up with X Factor. There's maybe a new issue, but I want to go back. I want to catch up with all the Ultimate stuff, because now that Ultimate is starting to end, right? I really want to catch up on everything. Which I had caught up at one point with Absolute Super Spider-Man. So I'm gonna Absolute Ultimate Spider-Man. So I'm gonna go back and do all the Ultimate stuff. I'm gonna catch up with all the DC stuff, and then my goal is to read some old Batman events. And yeah, that's kind of my goal right now. But all right, 187 issues. February is when I started, right? So February counted for January too. So because I didn't get a lot done in January. So I'd only read a couple issues. Nightwing, Justice League Unlimited, I started issues 1, 2, and 3. I did 3 issues of Nightwing, 1 issue of Spider-Man, which I never really caught up with. And then Flash, which I've been consistent with. I did the AVA stuff. I ended up finishing that in paperback. I thought I was going to go longer than 4 issues, but I didn't. Atom Project was amazing. The Question Along the Watchtower was amazing. So with this new wave of stuff that went into an event for DC where they reboot, Titans had been in the Justice League, then they brought back the Justice League with Justice League Unlimited. And it was really cool because there's a lot of miniseries of a lot of unique characters that are in the Justice League now that was cool. So I did the Metamorpho stuff, was awesome. The Question Along the Watchtower series was awesome. The Atom Project was great. I'm not caught up with Secret Six. I'm catching up with Batgirl right now. World's Finest has been amazing. Has been. I read the Summer of Superman special. Trying to think of anything else here. Power Company 1. I never went back and read the rest of Power Company, or was there a one-off? That's something I got to catch up on. New Gods has been great. Challenger of the Unknown was a great miniseries that I read later than I should have. Yeah, Zatanna. I read that whole series in one shot. That was a great miniseries. Yeah, Immortal Legends of Batman has been great. All the Absolute stuff is amazing. Batman, Superman. I haven't read Wonder Woman, but Martian Manhunter, Flash, Green Lantern, Superman, Batman have been great. Yeah, I went back and read all of Deceased. That was great. I caught up with I did. I read a bunch of the Ultimates and Ultimate Spider-Man this year. Caught up with a lot of Nightwing, kept up with Flash. The Bad Moon stuff was great. Yeah. Honestly, I read way more on these apps than I thought. Almost 200 issues, 187. So now my goal for next year is to read more than that. September, October, and August, I kind of slept. I got a little lazy. I went away in September, so leading up to my trip was slow. While I was away was slow. When I got back was slow. So those 3 months kind of hurt me, I feel like, because February and March were kind of small, but after that, April was a big month, May was a big month, June, July, then those 3, and then November and December, I read a bunch too. So, yeah, it's really cool. I had a lot of fun doing this. Like, you could just see, like, it's a huge list of books. And I think I'm going to do this again next year. I'm already started. So if you guys liked it, get in the comments. Let's talk about it. What did you read this year? What was your favorite book this year from DC and Marvel? You could even tell me what your favorite indie books were. Let me know. Let me know what apps you like to use. Do you use those apps? Do you use a third-party app? Let me know. Let's discuss it. I'm having a lot of fun with these apps. I read on my Lenovo tablet, which has a little bit of a delay, but honestly, I don't mind it. With that being said, guys, this is the Von Casket, home to Miss Hayes. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment, hit the bell for much, much more. And remember, do me a massive favor, guys. Stay lame.